North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un showed Russia's defense minister the country's banned ballistic missiles at a defense exhibition as a neighbors pledged to boost their ties. The Russian minister and a Chinese delegation led by a Communist Party Politburo member arrived in North Korea this week. They visited North Korea for the 70th anniversary of the end of the Korean War, which is also celebrated as Victory Day. The nuclear-capable missiles were banned under the UN Security Council resolutions adopted with Russian and Chinese support. But they provided a striking backdrop for a show of solidarity by these three countries united by their rivalry with America. Russia made this was the first visit by a Russian defense minister to North Korea since the fall of the Soviet Union. Korean leader Kim Jong Un even watched a concert with the Chinese and Russian delegations to celebrate the 70th anniversary commemoration of the Korean War. Sanjay Suri continues to remain with us. Sanjay, it's clearly an open dare to America and America's supporters.
Well, at the moment, the kind of alliance that Putin is showing or seeking to exhibit to the world is not very impressive. It consists really of Belarus on one hand and now North Korea, with the defense minister visiting North Korea. The worrying factor is China. The extent of support that China extends to both North Korea and possibly to Russia, and new evidence is surfacing of support and military support beyond what was known or expected earlier. There are also concerns about the ICBMs that were displayed through this visit to North Korea, and these potentially could strike any target anywhere within America. So at the moment, we have a good deal of exhibitionism from North Korea, but there is a serious potential dimension that everyone is being very watchful for.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Sanjay Suri, for sharing your thoughts. Interesting times ahead. But let's take a quick look at the ground report on what really happened there.
North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un showed Russia's defense minister the country's banned ballistic missiles at a defense exhibition as the neighbors pledged to boost ties. That's according to North Korean state media on Thursday. The Russian minister Sergei Shoigu and a Chinese delegation led by a Communist Party Politburo member arrived in North Korea this week. They're visiting for the 70th anniversary of the end of the Korean War, celebrated in North Korea as Victory Day. The nuclear-capable missiles were banned under UN Security Council resolutions adopted with Russian and Chinese support, but they provided a striking backdrop for a show of solidarity by three countries united by their rivalry with the US. Shoigu is making the first visit by a Russian defense minister to North Korea since the fall of the Soviet Union. For North Korea, the arrival of the delegations marks its first major opening up to the world since the COVID-19 pandemic. North Korean media reported that Shoigu gave Kim a letter from Russian President Vladimir Putin. Kim said the visit had deepened what he called the strategic and traditional relations between North Korea and Russia. North Korean media said Kim expressed the belief that, quote, the Russian army and people would achieve big successes in the struggle for building a powerful country. Local media reports on KCNA did not refer to the war in Ukraine, but North Korea's defense minister Kang Sun-nam was reported as saying North Korea fully supported what he called Russia's battle for justice and to protect its sovereignty. North Korean media said Kim also met Chinese Communist Party Politburo member Lee Hong-jeon for talks and was handed a letter from Chinese President Xi Jinping. After years of pandemic isolation, North Korea has invited its friends back this week for 70th anniversary commemorations of the Korean War. Satellite images reveal that Pyongyang's preparing a large-scale military parade in its capital, with the number 70 clearly visible. The visiting dignitaries, the first known foreign delegation since the COVID-19 pandemic began, include Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu. Images from Russia's Defense Ministry and North Korean media showed Shoigu being greeted by North Korean Defense Minister Kang Sun-nam at the airport and rows of North Korean and Russian troops. On Wednesday, Shoigu laid a wreath at a Korean War monument and called North Korea an important partner during talks in Pyongyang, adding that the two countries plan to strengthen defense cooperation. The United States has accused North Korea of providing weapons to Russia during the war in Ukraine, claims Pyongyang and Moscow have denied. But leader Kim Jong Un has vowed to bolster strategic cooperation between the nations. The visiting dignitaries who were announced on North Korean state television also include Chinese Communist Party Politburo member Lee Hong-jong. The visits come as Pyongyang looks to deepen its ties with Beijing and Moscow, finding common ground in their rivalries with Washington and the West.
Democratic People's Republic of Korea is an important partner of Russia. We have common borders and rich history of cooperation.